My name is John Dummican and I'm chairperson of Portaferry Regeneration Limited. Portaferry Regeneration has been in existence for over 30 years and works hard to make Portaferry a better place to live in, to visit and to work in. And we've done this through addressing dereliction and through various projects that have helped the local community and helped local businesses. We acquired £1.6 million from the National Lottery and from Ards and North Down Borough Council, and resulted in 10 major buildings in the Portaferry town being renovated and brought back into use. And we found that that exercise allowed us to encourage other business owners and other owners of property to renovate their premises and to bring them back up to a standard that makes Portaferry much more attractive.
My name's Anne Moreland. I'm a director with Portaferry Regeneration. Portaferry Regeneration is very much involved in community partnerships. PRL's aspirations would be very much that we would push towards being a heritage town. There's no reason why we shouldn't. We've got an abundance of heritage buildings, everything from on the shorefront right through to the Windmill Hill. And part of that, our strategy was to develop artisan markets. We run them very successful markets across the year. And it gives an opportunity for us to showcase local artisans, crafters, and also it sort of creates a hub for people to come to and enjoy, socialise, meet, have a coffee. And it supports the local economy in the sense that we also provide the opportunity for local charities and organisations who maybe don't access funding from larger organisations to use that as a platform to do so. And even in the year 2024, we managed to secure over £8,000, which is fantastic money that supports locally.
Hi everybody, my name is Sharon McClements and I'm the latest director on Portaferry Regeneration. Lived in Portaferry my entire life and have been involved in various different community groups. So last year I signed up with Portaferry Regeneration. There were many reasons as to why I joined Portaferry Regeneration. You know, I'm a busy mum, busy job, but I still find time to join this organisation. I think the first reason was, no matter where I go, no matter where I visit, people will ask, where are you from? And I'll say Portaferry. And always the reaction is, of course, that's lovely. That's a really nice place to live in. And you know what? It is. But it doesn't happen all by itself. It takes a community to ensure that Portaferry stays as natural and as lovely and as welcoming as it does. And that does require a lot of hard work. And I know there's authorities involved in delivering that and there's businesses, but there's also a lot of local people and a lot of organisations. So for me, Portaferry Regeneration represented the best of that. So I joined the organisation and it hasn't been too onerous. It has certainly been challenging at times. I've been made very welcome and I have been very supported in my ideas and ventures. So in my role, I think moving forward and taking the agenda of regeneration, which is looking at sustainable development, to me it was modernising that and bringing that up post-pandemic and beyond what we learnt from COVID. And I think what we learnt most is how much we actually valued our green spaces, and I suppose even here today our blue spaces, and how important that meant to families, to communities and to businesses. So I wanted to address that with regeneration and try and support that within regeneration, and I suppose move the rhetoric away from just buildings to places and to spaces that we can all enjoy.
Well, we're standing here in Castle Park. We are very lucky to have had £150,000 of investment from the council into a new play park for the children who come along during the week and at weekends, which is great. People also use the Explorers facility, which is just to the south of where we're standing at the minute. And we're working very much in partnership with the Council for the Peace Plus funding to regenerate the Castle Park here itself. We've got a big open space area which is in dire need of redevelopment. What was the old caravan park site itself just behind me here, we'd like to see that refurbished for motorhomes, and that's probably our biggest aspiration within that. The amenity block itself also needs refurbished. Public toilets need to be added to that and regenerated in total as well. The old bowling green is going to be hopefully a hard surface that we could use for an event space, have electric in it, have maybe an amphitheatre where the ground runs down into it to allow sort of people to watch and enjoy festivals and activities and events that might be happening and taking place there. And also the very important aspect of it to encourage more rewilding and biodiversity up here in the big green bank area. And that will encourage children and educational programs to come in and learn about, the importance of our green spaces that we have here. This has always been a free space that local people used for generations, and it's much loved and it is in dire need of repair. So we really do want to push forward with the funding. And if Police Plus doesn't do everything that we need to do in this phase one, we'd like to apply for Heritage Lottery funding, which would take a much wider plan for beyond the walls itself. So the pathway will take you, as many people do know, the Nugent's Walk, which has already been established in partnership with National Trust as well. And that will incorporate much wider regeneration for the area. And we're very hopeful that we'll work towards that. And that's our big aspiration in a phase two. Portaferry regeneration is not just about the buildings, and although we do have an abundance of wonderful heritage buildings across many architectural styles and over long periods of history, it's very much about our environment and environs and ensuring it's left in great space, in a great place for our generations to come. The open green spaces are free at point of access, and we really want to maintain that and see lots of families and visitors coming here to enjoy it, relax, and extend their stay, go to the local restaurants and the local pubs, shop in the local shops, and encourage our local economy to thrive.
If any of that resonates with anybody listening to that, please don't hesitate. Please come along. Please join this organisation. It has so many rewarding features and aspects to it. No 2 days are the same. It isn't onerous, it isn't a mammoth task. CV not required, just a willingness to help out and just to commit to the ideals that we have presented. Thanks very much.